everybody. Welcome back to another episode of the Holistic Mental Health Summit. Today, I'm here with Jen Ireland. She is a certified rapid transformational hypnotherapist, HeartMath Clinical Practitioner, and Reiki Master, passionate about helping individuals, teams, and other small business owners take their power back and live the lives of their wildest dreams. She shares her unique skill set to empower clients toward fulfillment in private sessions, with families and businesses in group trainings, and as part of the Denovo Fertility coaching team that helps couples struggling with infertility naturally achieve their goals of pregnancy and parenthood. Jen is the author of Chapter 24, Living Limitlessly, Embracing Pain as a Path to Reclaim Your Power. And today, it's going to be so fun because we're going to be talking about learning to live limitlessly, but we're also going to do a mini session so you guys can witness it. So welcome, Jen.
Welcome. Thank you. I'm so happy to be here.
You're so welcome. I was just telling Jen how I wanted to spend more time with her. I love her vibe. And she and I, when we first met, just had like the most beautiful meeting ever. And it was just such a nice connection. So I want you guys to witness that because it's so important to see how this work really unfolds in real time. So let's first start by just sharing what you mean by living limitlessly and like what that feels like and looks like in your work.
Thank you, Laura. And the feeling is so mutual. I was really excited to be here today, and everyone was like, "Are you going to be nervous?" And I said, "I don't think so, because I'm just going to be talking with Laura." So
Yeah. Hanging out, we're just chilling.
right? Yeah. So here's the thing about living limitlessly. Of course, I was nervous, right, to come on today. Of course, we're all nervous to dip our toes into something new. I've never done anything like this before, and as far as A, writing a chapter, B, like being as involved as we all are in this community and letting this project grow in such a beautiful way. And then putting yourself out there by sharing really vulnerable pieces of ourselves,
Yeah.
right? And so the living limitlessly piece comes in because I will honestly tell you, for the majority of, I'll be 50 this year, for the majority of my life, I had one or two good days a month. It was like, ooh,
Mhm.
and you would live for those one or two good days a month, right? And then it was only in having disc herniations, only in experiencing extreme, profound, excruciating
Mhm.
pain that I started to find alternative methods, alternative healers and therapies and modalities that slowly, it was a breathwork session here and a Rolf session there and a acupuncture session over here, that it was like, oh, I would get these glimpses of
Mhm.
like my self, my big S self, my
Mhm.
like that what I would only feel one or 2 days a month. And so now I was like, ooh, there's gotta be more than than living this pain, this crunchiness. And so I know so many people listening, so many people who are going to pick up, holistic mental health, one or two, and really lean into what the authors are saying and sharing. It's that you actually said it in the intention statement. And I wrote it down and I put it on a post-it note right over here. And it was this piece about, may the guidance from the authors activate a sacred remembrance of
Mhm.
what you already know deep within. And it was the remembrance, and not in the mental, physical, emotional, but in the every part of our body we call members, right? So, how can we remember and
Mhm.
bring those pieces back together to feel that wholeness, to feel limitless?
Mhm. I
That's
love it. Yeah,
how
the wholeness. Yeah, I love that. I'm such a big proponent of just gathering those pieces of us that we feel we either haven't seen before, that have been hanging out there in the background, or that we've handed over to other people or scenarios in our life. And it's truly remembrance. It's a continual coming back to the essence of who we are. And it's a really beautiful unfolding. Although, yes, there can be some discomfort along the way.
often assuredly, like
Yeah.
I'm sure those I work with that this will be
Yeah.
uncomfortable.
Well, yeah, it is. I mean, That's what we signed up for. That's what our soul signed up for. And I think that's really such an illusion that people really, they fall under this kind of spell that when they enter the spiritual path, it really becomes this like, oh, I'm all love and light, and and there's the fact is, let's not abandon the fact that we're human. So, okay, we can go off on that for about 6 days. So
Maybe next
let's focus. Okay, so today we're going to be doing a session, and you guys, I'm going to be bringing something forward that's very real for me, and Jen's going to support me through it so that you guys can see how she works and really feel into, because I think there's a lot of mystery in this work, alternative modalities. People don't understand, like, if I book a session, what does that look like? What does it feel like? So we're going to give you a taste of that today. You're welcome to follow along as well and allow yourself to go through the process. But I know one thing that Jen wanted to say, where there are some contraindications. So I just wanted you to mention those before we start.
Thank you. It's always important to honor that if your gut is saying, oh, maybe I should just watch and listen, please do. And as far as we will actually be going into hypnosis, I will be guiding Laura in through an actual hypnosis session. And hypnosis is not for everyone. So including anyone who experiences epilepsy, anyone with challenges with bipolar, anyone with challenges with dissociative identity disorders, simply follow along. Just follow along. And it's really important that you honor that. Does this feel right for me, or should I just listen? So follow your gut, please.
Yeah. And I also want to say too, like, even if you're just witnessing this, know that you're receiving shifts. Like, you're receiving codes, and they might be they might be the tiniest little seed that's planted, right, over the course of this witnessing. But it doesn't mean you're not going to receive anything from it. Yeah. Because the energy is moving.
Together.
Yes. Okay. So, how do you want to start? You want me to just share something that's coming up?
Well, yeah. Well, first and foremost, so anyone with pain, whether that's physical, mental, emotional, spiritual, anyone going through pain, just know that there's gonna be some chapter in this book that is for you, and so it's gonna feel. I just have this like a magic wand, right? And so I kind of wanted to start that way. If my pen, Laura, today were a magic wand, what pain, limiting belief, anything popping up for you, causing you discomfort, physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, what's coming forward today?
It's like an aching in my chest from anxiety.
Okay. So we're going to dive in gently, easily. That's the other disclaimer for anyone having concerns. Rapid transformational therapy is not stage hypnosis. This is actually based on years and years of science and neurolinguistic programming. It's founded, very rooted in trauma-informed and therapy, okay? So we're going to take this. We're going to just go into hypnosis, and always remember, Laura, and anyone listening, that all hypnosis is actually self-hypnosis. So you are always in control. You have complete control and dominion over your entire being the entire time. Sound good?
Wonderful. Can't wait.
Thank you for being so open and receptive. So, Laura, just making yourself comfortable. Hands and feet not quite touching. Feeling the support of the chair, the seat that you're in. Bring your awareness to your breath. And now I'm going to guide you, regress you. So I want you to look up as high as you can, as if you're looking into your own eyebrows. Go ahead and open your eyes. Yeah, look up as high as you can, as if you're looking into your own eyebrows. Breathe in and breathe out. Take another deep breath in with every blink and every breath. That is powerful healing hypnosis coming upon you. Keep breathing in and breathing out. And on your next exhale, I want you to allow your eyelids to close down, float down all the way down. And as your eyelids do, you're going to begin to feel a heavy, drifting, floating feeling. And actually, we're going to shift that heaviness to a lightness because we're leaning into that heaviness in your chest. So allow yourself to forget all about your eyes. And we're going to walk down 10 steps. But before we do, I want you to bring your awareness to your heart space. If it helps to put a hand there, that feels good too for a lot of people. Just breathe in and out of your heart a little slower and deeper than normal, knowing that with every step you take today in this session, it's simply a step towards home. So you're moving on to step 10. And as you do, every muscle, every nerve begins to turn loose, let loose, and you go deeper. As you take step 9, you're aware of a beautiful lightness coming over you, allowing the shift of anything that may want to hold you back in this session. As you take steps 8 and 7, you're going deeper and deeper into a calmness and an awareness, deeper and deeper into your own internal space. As you take step 6, any sound, noise, and movement around you simply carries you further and deeper, way, way deeper, into powerful healing, transformative hypnosis. As you take step 5, you're halfway there. And it's at this point that you realize every step you take is an opening. It's easy. You let it be easy. As you take step 4, you allow every sound, noise, movement to actually cause you to relax even deeper, way, way deeper into this transformative state. And as you take step 3, you're aware that you're actually stepping into even more empowerment, even more of who you are now. And as you take step 2, you allow yourself to be more receptive. And as you take step 1, you go deeper, drift deeper, sink even deeper. And deeper in hypnosis is not a sleep of the physical body. It's actually a sleep of our nervous system. And in this space, it allows us to get incredibly curious about what might be coming up. What pain, what challenge, what limiting belief may be coming up to be witnessed today, to be soothed, healed, and dare we say completely transformed. So Laura, I want you to lean into, you can hear me and you can absolutely be open and responsive as much as you want to, and I would encourage you to be verbal with me. So we're going to feel into that anxiety. We're talking about that heaviness in your chest. Go ahead and put your hand there if it isn't already. And we're going to get real curious about why it wanted to show up. We're going to get real curious about this part, this heaviness, this anxiety. And as we get curious, we're going to ask it a few questions. I want you to actually get verbal with me now. So tell me, does this area have a size, a shape, or a color, Laura?
Yeah, it's probably like a light green, and it's kind of striated, and it's like a rectangular shape, and it's pretty long and about that big.
Yeah. So light green striated rectangle. Great. With an open mind and an open heart, and whatever sensation comes first, whatever first pops into your mind is typically the right answer in this space. Do you have a sense of how old you were when this first came into your existence?
7.
7. So you're 7. You're feeling this light green striated rectangular shape. And you're 7 years old. Is it a night or a day remembrance? Are you remembering an actual memory of it being night or day when this piece came in?
Day.
Okay. So it's daytime. Are you alone or with someone?
No, my sister and my mom are in the house.
But your sister and mom are in the house, but are you by yourself?
In a room, yes.
Yeah. Okay, so you're in a room. You're about 7, it's daytime. Mom and sister in the house. What are you seeing, hearing, feeling, or experiencing?
I'm just seeing like my living room. I'm feeling like kind of chill, but also restless. A little frustrated, and like I just have this sense of my family being there with me.
Yeah. So the sense is that the family is there. However, just out of curiosity, this frustration, this restlessness, what does 7-year-old Laura believe about herself and the world in this moment?
Oh, that she annoys the fuck out of people.
She annoys the people. Yeah. And how does she know this? How does she know this belief?
Because she's animated and loud, and she's in the TV room because it's like, well, just kind of like go watch TV and let me do my thing, kind of.
So mom and sister in the house, and 7-year-old Laura is in this room all by herself, and she's feeling restless and frustrated because has this feeling within her that she annoys the fuck out of people. Is this feeling true? Yes or no?
Um, it's not, but she feels it.
Yeah, absolutely. That feeling is there.
Yeah.
Okay, we're going to dive into that piece now because you've gotten the memory from behind where this may have stemmed. So now we're going to look right at that light green, striated rectangular shape. I want you to turn your eyes inward now. Just imagine this is the easiest, most easy thing in the world. But you can actually turn your eyes inward and you can see this piece of you, this light green striated rectangular shape, this piece that may be associated with that 7-year-old belief that you annoy, you're animated, right? So we're going to look right at it. And I want you to ask this piece, you're going to get very verbal with me. I want you to ask this piece, say, I am the piece of Laura
I am the piece of Laura.
that came up with this light green striation anxiety.
I came up with this light green striation anxiety.
My only role in Laura's life is to
My only role in Laura's life is to play, is the first thing that came up.
he wants to play. Yeah. And I want to play because
I want to play because it's fun and free and joyful and light.
free, joyful, and light. Great. All
Mm.
right, we're going to do this just a few more times. Stay open, stay curious. Say, I am the part of Laura
I am the part of Laura
that is feeling anxious about this play
that is feeling anxious about this play.
My only function in Laura's life is to
My only function in Laura's life is to open her up.
and I need to open her up because
And I need to open her up because she's brilliant. Her light is brilliant.
brilliant. Your light is brilliant. Awesome. All right. 2 more times. You're doing really, really well. Say, I am the piece of Laura
I am the piece of Laura,
wanting to open her up,
wanting to open her up.
and my purpose in Laura's life is to
My purpose in Laura's life is to get her ass moving.
get her ass moving. Yeah. And I need to get her ass moving because
I need to get her ass moving because she's super motivating and needs to be seen.
as super motivating and needs to be seen. Beautiful. One more time. Say, I am the piece of Laura
I am the piece of Laura,
wanting to get her ass moving.
wanting to get her ass moving.
Only intention in Laura's life is to
My only intention in Laura's life is to mobilize her.
mobilize her. Yeah. And when I mobilize her,
When I mobilize her,
she will be able to
she will be able to skyrocket like she desires.
woof, skyrocket like she desires. Awesome. All right. Yeah. So you can see that this piece came in when you were 7 years old. You know that you have a sister in the mom's house, but you feel like you're annoying. And you just want to be animated, right? So you can see that this piece, that its only intention, right? Because it probably didn't feel good, that heaviness and anxiety. Is that true?
Yeah.
Yeah. But its only intention was for play, for fun, to open you up, to mobilize you so you can skyrocket.
Mm.
Wow, how does that piece feel now?
Really fucking fun.
Awesome. Awesome. So there are ways that there are pieces that aren't fun and that it's important to release. But
Mm.
how do you feel about this piece now?
It's friendly. Mm.
Yeah. So what if instead of feeling heavy and anxious, what's a new role that we can give it? What's a new purpose that you can give this piece?
This is my badass boss bitch piece.
Heck, yes. So this piece, how does it feel now in your body?
Oh, so much lighter and like open and expansive and exciting.
Yeah. So with this new role of badass boss bitch piece that's going to skyrocket you to limitless living, right? Dare I say, I want you to lean in and I want it to be able to accurately give you motivation and a symbol. So is it a feeling? Is it something that you see in your mind's eye? Does it have a size, shape, color now? Or any symbolism?
It's almost like I feel like a cloud here now, like a fluffy light blue / white cloud. And my shoulders are kind of going back and down. And I'm just kind of standing taller. And so it's kind of like a combination of a visual and a posture and just a feeling of almost like my body's lifted in lightness, just a couple inches.
Visual, posture, and lifted. Great. So this part of you is now here to motivate, to mobilize, to remind you to play and have fun, that you get to open up and be brilliant, and that you get to shine and be seen, and that you get to skyrocket.
Mm.
Wow. So we're going to lock that in from this moment forward. Every single time, Laura, that you lean in and feel this piece, anytime you need to feel playful, anytime you need to feel brilliant, like you're a badass, anytime you need to be seen, these are wonderful, brilliant needs that you have. And our needs get to be honored, seen, witnessed, and heard. When you are ready, I want you to take 3 big, deep breaths, and you're going to lock this piece into its new role as your big, huge, badass boss self. So ready? Take a big, deep breath in. I want you to hold it.
I was breaking the rules. I'm going to start over.
Yeah. Take a big, deep breath in and hold it. Hold it till it feels a little uncomfortable. When you exhale, exhale out any piece or part with any remaining limits associated with it, with this piece. Ready? Exhale. Make it audible. We're going to do that 2 more times. On this next breath in, I want you to breathe it in. Hold it. I want you to lock this cloudy, light, fluffy, with your shoulders back, beautiful posture. And when you exhale, you're going to lock that into place. Yeah. And one more time. Big breath in. And when you exhale now, this big badass piece that only ever wants you to skyrocket will only ever be, you're locking it into cheerleader mode. Like this is only ever here to motivate. And exhale when you're ready. Awesome. Beautiful work. I'm going to count you back to full awareness now. Actually, before I do, does that feel complete for you?
Very.
Awesome. So, on the count of 1, you're feeling lighter. You're feeling stronger. On the count of 2 and 3, you wiggle your fingers and toes, coming back into your body fully. On the count of 4, you take a big deep breath in. And on the count of 5, you open your eyes, feeling absolutely whole, complete, and settled into your new badass self. How do you feel?
Oh my gosh, I feel amazing right now. I'm like, dude, let's go. Like, I want to go do a live. Like,
I have to go do stuff. Let's do it.
a lot on my list. I got to go get it all done.
Exactly. So here's the thing. And then I'll let you share your experience, but we think that this anxiety and heaviness is not a good thing.
Yeah.
We walk around the world feeling these pieces of ourselves. Sometimes they do need to be released and let go or transformed or, you know, there's so often that I help people like, let that shit go, right? Because that's what they need. But man, this piece, it has gold. You have gold. Like it has like serious work to do. And so that we get to shift that into, okay, how can this be helpful moving? Right?
Yeah.
So how was that experience for you?
Oh, it was so nice. It was very lightening. And it was funny because when the age 7 came up, in my head, I was like, God damn it. You know, even in my chapter in volume 2, I was writing about my parents' divorce when I was 7. And I was just like, seriously, like, really? And so, and I was like, stay with it, Laura, stay present, you know? And I was just coming back to it. And so it was good because I think it's helpful for people to know, like the mind can still come in when you're in this space, and it doesn't mean that you're not in hypnosis, and it doesn't mean that it's not working, right? It's just like continuing to remember, right, this is where I am right now, right? This is where my presence is. And what I think is really beautiful is it just feels like self-intimacy, you know, just to like really become more compassionate and opening space for the parts of you that desire to be seen, desire to be heard. And it just feels really, really cohesive, you know, and really almost like you're taking that puzzle piece and kind of locking it in. And it's like, okay, great. You know, now it can like glow and dissolve into the whole.
Yeah. And coming back to that remembrance.
Yes.
And there's that piece of you that just wants to remember that 7-year-old Laura, 27-year-old Laura, I don't know how you're old now, but fine,
Right.
just to play, to be open, to be seen, right? To get moving, to just get out there and, dare I say, change the world. So
It's just so freaking funny too, because my vibrational intention for this week was play. And
yay!
and I found like there's been some resistance in the body around it a little bit. And I keep like every week I set a vibrational intention and it's like cake. But this week is just so interesting to me because it's like I have to keep reminding myself that that's my intention. So it's very clear that there was some resistance in the body around that. So this was so timely. Thank you.
My complete pleasure. And thank you for that reminder to anyone watching and even to ourselves. We can absolutely have resistance around these things. We often do. We often do. My word for 2024 was ease. And when it came in, I was like, what the ease? Are you kidding me? There is so much to do. I fought it for like a couple, and then I was like, okay, yeah, I got it. Like,
I get why now. Yeah.
because I get to practice ease
Yes,
in
100%.
2024.
Yes, that's exactly like we set these intentions for the year, and dude, it's a process. Like
It's a
you're practicing. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So anyone listening, anyone doing, you're here, you're obviously doing the work. And remember, it's a practice. We're all practicing
Yeah,
with you.
and we're human, and there's gonna be resistance that comes up, and it doesn't mean there's something wrong with you, and it doesn't mean that you're doing the process wrong. It's just parts of you that have been dying to come forward and hang out and chat. So
100%.
all
Awesome.
right. So thank you so much for this. And guys, as I always say, if this felt good to you and if this is something that, like, honestly, just a space where you desire to be held and and to hold yourself, because that's what it feels like in this, Jen. Like, it feels like I was holding myself in this, like you were guiding it, but that's what's so empowering about it. And if you want those vibes, reach out to Jen because she'd be happy to chat with you. And also just reach out and let her know like how this felt, if you followed along with this practice and like what came up for you. So thank you, Jen. Is there anything else you need to share before we close up?
Just that, thank you for that reminder again to allow folks that, and I like the way that you said that. I am only a guide. This is you walking you back to you. So always
100%.
know that you are the one in charge of your life. So go. And if you see a limit, if anything pops up, just dip your toe into what might be on the other side of it.
I feel amazing. Thank you.
I am so happy you feel amazing. That's delightful. Thank you.
Exactly. You're so welcome. All right, friends. So I will see you on the next episode and reach out to Jen if you want to chat. All right, friends. Bye.